Hello my dear students and welcome to today's class. As you can see on your screen, the topic is human intervention in natural phenomena. So let's start the chapter. In this chapter, I am going to tell you about deforestation, over-extraction of fossil fuels and renewable sources of energy. So let's start the chapter, children. Children, you know nature has given us a lot of things which we are using. Okay, nature has given us water. Okay, water is needed every time from morning to night. Whatever work we are doing, it all depends on water. Even electricity which we are using, where is it generated from? Water. Okay, but we people, we have become so selfish that we are taking undue advantages of the things which have been provided by nature. We are misusing it. Children, before it's too late, get up and decide. You will use all these resources which are provided by the nature wisely, judicially, so that you can enjoy them throughout your life. Okay, so let's start the chapter right now. Nature has been providing us with abundant necessities that we require to run our daily lives. We use them without having to pay for them. We use them properly. These natural resources could be a supply for eternity. Like right now also I am breathing. Where I am getting this oxygen from? I am getting this oxygen from the plants. Okay, and plants are all available in nature. In case there are no plants, there would be no oxygen and I won't be able to stand in front of you. Okay, so everything we are getting from nature, but still we are misusing it. Okay, we should use them judicially, we should use them wisely so that we can use all these resources for a very long time. Okay, so first topic is here. What is deforestation? Okay, we'll start with deforestation now. Forest cover or forest area is one of the most valuable resource. A forest cover is useful to living beings as well as the environment. Forests provide us following facilities. What is a forest? Forest is a land which is all covered by trees and all the wild animals, they are living in it. Okay, what are the trees providing us? They are providing us so many things. Oxygen, they are providing us fruits, flowers, vegetables, wood, lot of herbs we are getting. Okay, even the many animals, they have habited places, forest only. Okay, no forest, then what would happen? If we are going to cut the forest, what will happen? The animals wouldn't be finding any home. What will they do? They will start moving to the city area. Okay, so let's start. A forest is a natural habitat of many wild species like birds and animals. Okay, now a forest acts like a wind barrier, thus preventing soil erosion by wind. It holds the soil in place, thus maintaining soil fertility. What is happening? The roots of the plant, the trees, they are binding up the soil particles and helping in helping in maintaining the soil fertility, and when the rain and all comes, the soil does not get washed off. A forest releases oxygen into the atmosphere as a byproduct of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is carried out, and what is the byproduct of it? Oxygen, which is very important for the all living organisms, not only human beings, for everyone, be it animals or be it human beings. Okay, it takes in carbon dioxide which is present in the atmosphere in huge amounts, causing global warming. We obtain products like fiber, rubber, gum, paper and medicines from a forest. Now, even though the forests are giving us so many things, but what are we doing? We are cutting them at a very fast pace. Okay, we are cutting them. Why are we cutting them? Because the population is growing. Now, when the population is growing, what we are needing? Lot of houses to live. Okay, we need lot of houses to build. So what we are doing? We are clearing the forest area. Children, we should not do that. Okay, so first is deforestation is done for the following reason: to use the land for construction of buildings or for urbanization, to use the land for agricultural purpose. Forest area is also used for grazing by cattle, but overgrazing has led to gradual decrease in the forest area. Okay, take your cattle, but keep on rotating them. Once you take them this on the other, first the air land, then take to the other place, but avoid overgrazing. Okay, Then requirement of wood. We are needing lot of wood to make new things. What are we doing? We are cutting down the trees. It should not be done. Okay. Now, what are the adverse effects of forest? We are cutting the forest, but we have to, there would be some consequences also. Bad effects would be there. First is, here, you can see on your screens now, deforestation leads to exposure of soil. Hence, soil erosion cannot be prevented. Washing away of topsoil makes the land infertile and gradually lead to desertification. What is happening? The plants are being cut, the trees are cut. Now, what is happening? The soil is washed away. Okay, because earlier the roots of the plants, they were holding the soil. Now, as the trees are not there, the plants are not there, the soil would be washed up, and a time would come when there would be no, the soil would not be fertile and it would turn into a desert. Fine. Deforestation also destroys the natural shelters of the wild animals. Okay, you must have seen monkeys, squirrels, so many animals, they are living on trees. Now, what is happening when we are cutting the trees? They would be losing their home. And now, what is happening? We can see the monkeys are moving to the city areas. Why? Because we human have only cut down their, destroyed the home, and the consequence now we only have to bear. They come to our houses. Okay. Now, a forest cover takes a lot of carbon dioxide to carry out photosynthesis. This means that it reduces the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. If you remember, carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas which brings about the greenhouse effect, thus causing global warming. Hence, removal of carbon dioxide by plants is necessary to maintain the temperature. In case there would be no forest, then the temperature of the earth would be rising at a very alarming rate. Okay. But after deforestation, no photosynthesis takes place and no carbon dioxide is used. Increased amount of carbon dioxide in the air leads to global warming, because the content of carbon dioxide in the air would be increasing. So, with the increase in the amount of carbon dioxide, the temperature of the earth would also be increasing. Now, the next one. The roots of trees bind the soil in place. Hence, deforestation causes washing away of soil. Heavy rainfall may even wash the entire area, causing a landslide in the hilly areas where there are no trees. In case the trees are cut down, what would happen? There would be nothing to stop the water flowing and there would be a landslide. Okay. Now, measures should be taken to prevent forest fire. Forest fire also caused wildfire fire spreads rapidly and destroys the entire forest cover. Okay, what is happening? Have you heard of this word forest fire? जब पूरे जंगल में आग लग जाती है. Okay, and how can you stop? You cannot, the fire brigade cannot go and put water. Only nature can do that. But we as human beings, what we can do? Suppose there are trees over here. All trees are here. Okay, this land is all covered by trees. Now, what will happen? In case you want to stop the fire spreading in the forest, what will you do? The whole area is covered by trees. Now, what will you do? You will cut down the trees of this patch. Now, what will happen? In case there is no trees, now the fire would stop over here. It would not be spreading to the further part. Okay. Now, awareness programs that educate people on the importance of forest and its benefits should be held frequently. Okay. So that these awareness programs, they can tell us the benefits of forest. They should be done frequently. Okay. Now, over extraction of fossil fuels. Okay. Some examples of fossil fuels are coal, petroleum and natural gas. These fuels can be obtained today, but their formation began thousands of years ago from the buried remains of dead plants and animals. Today, fossil fuels are used for various purposes. It is one of the natural resources provided by nature. Human intervention is in the form of over extraction of these fuels. This may lead to many adverse effects. Some of the adverse effects of over extraction of fossil fuels are as follows. First, burning of fossil fuel gives out carbon dioxide. We know that carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas again, but that causes global warming. They also give out fly ash, soot and carbon which pollutes the air. Hence, burning of fossil fuel causes air pollution. Okay. Use as much fuel is required. Don't go for unnecessary wastage. Okay. The formation of fossil fuel is a very slow process. The rate at which we are using fossil fuel is much more as compared to the rate of formation. The rate which we are using is at a very high speed, but the formation is very slow because it takes millions of years for the remains of the dead plants and animals to turn into fossil fuels. Okay. Burning of fossil fuels releases poisonous metals like mercury into the atmosphere. This mercury settles down on the water bodies with time. Consumption of mercury by aquatic animals lead to mass death of these animals. Okay. Then renewable sources of energy. What is the meaning of renewable? There are two types of resources. One is renewable and other is non-renewable. Okay, if we talk about renewable resources are which can be renewed. Okay, they do not get exhaust. Okay, we cannot totally avoid usage of fossil fuels, but that usage can be very much controlled. One of the ways of making less use of fossil fuel is by using an alternative energy resource. Renewable energy is one of the rescue measures from the harmful effects of using fossil fuels. The renewable energy sources are water, wind, sun and nuclear energy. Okay, water is there. As you know, the earth, 3/4 of the earth surface is covered with water. So, water we have as a renewable source of energy, wind, air and nuclear energy. Okay. So, let us start with solar energy now. Solar energy, where are we getting the solar energy? From the sun. Okay. So, solar energy is obtained by trapping the heat of the sun. Solar panels are installed on the terraces of the building or on the roofs of the houses. Okay, what is happening these days? You can see there is a lot of panels on the roof. What is happening? The energy which is getting from the sun, it is trapped, and what is done? With that energy we are using, what is made? Electricity. Okay. So, solar energy is obtained by trapping the heat of the sun. Okay. Now, we will talk about wind energy. Wind energy is obtained from the wind. It is used to pump water and to sail ships. Windmills are erected to trap the energy of the wind. Wind turns the blades of the windmills. Children, you must have seen when you go in the in the places where it is all open, okay, plains, you find this sort of windmills are there. Okay, what is happening? We are using the wind energy and we are making electricity, or we are using that energy in some form of the other. Okay, now the next one. Hydroelectric energy. The energy which we are getting from water is known as hydroelectric energy. Okay. So, hydro energy is obtained from flowing water. Dams are built on rivers. Turbines are installed in the dams that are turned by the gushing water. Turning of these turbines generate energy which is converted to electricity by the generators. The energy which we are getting from the flowing water. What is that energy used for? For making electricity again. Okay. Now, the last one is nuclear energy. What is nuclear energy? Nuclear energy is obtained from nuclear reactions like fission and fusion that takes place. This energy is trapped by nuclear scientists and is utilized to produce heat in nuclear power plants. This heat is used to make steam or run generators. Okay. So, with this I end the chapter. I hope you all have understood. Kindly go through it once again. Thank you and have a nice day.